Doors were opened. There are 6 stations on this ship, and I need you guys to decide who goes where. There is a captain. You should probably write this down so you guys have an idea of where people need to go every time you come back to the airship, assuming you don't crash it.
You should have told us to write stuff down about 30 minutes ago. I would have went and found my shit.
Well, we will wait for Corey to write this down. Jess is still adding spells anyway. Doesn't matter.
What are we? We're writing down crew positions of where we're gonna be when we get onto the ship. That's right.
Yes, you have positions on the ship to maintain its flight path.
I bet one of them's probably fisherman, and that'll be me.
Fen will go wherever. Fen doesn't have strong opinions. You look like you're gonna.
I'm struggling. There we go.
You fall over.
I can.
I like that I'm not the only one who.
During this short intermission, can I interest anyone in a s'morio?
No, thank you.
Sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen.
This sounds really good, though.
Those are tasty.
They're, I think, the best ones.
No, the best ones. Oh shit! My sister gets them. They're like
Golden birthday cake.
No, those are really
wrong
good
with
too.
you?
Those are really good. There's a certain one that Brittany gets. It's like a peanut butter mix, and it's phenomenal.
Gross.
No, it's
Captain.
Hey, Corey's back. Your ship positions are the captain. They pilot the ship and command the crew. Right? The cannoner. They deal with the weaponry. The shipwright repairs the ship and builds parts for the ship. A navigator
Right.
who's going to handle maps and weather. Surgeon responsible for the health of the crew. And the quartermaster, who is halfway between the captain and the crew, handling rations, assignments, and punishments for any additional people
Punishments?
who will be serving on the ship.
Oh, we can hire people? I think
The
wait,
full ship, and there's only
I'm
6
sorry.
of you.
Is this about to turn into the epic pirate adventure?
Is there not a chef cook?
Be the surgeon.
The surgeon can cook food. They are responsible for the well-being of everybody.
Yeah, that sounds like a clever girl. I'm gonna be the surgeon.
Well, please don't touch the food with your bare hands. You know what I mean?
Well,
That whole ship's gonna get fucked.
So as you have lifted off the ropes to release the ship as it begins rising up, you guys need to scramble to where you are going to station yourselves on the ship.
I go to the helm. I'm going to the wheel.
Duking it out for captain.
Yep. That's where I'm heading.
Jubilee style.
I have chosen navigator.
Surgeon.
I feel like I could be a good quartermaster.
I think that's gotta be a barbarian role, no?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I could repair some shit, maybe. I don't know.
I thought Blue Dash was gonna be the gun guy, the cannon guy.
I've never used a gun in my life.
You kid, what are those things on your arms?
You're right. Welcome to the gaming show, baby.
So does that put me at repairs?
Either that or weapons. Or, sorry, cannoner or shipwright.
Well, we could do, whatever.
Are you watching that?
Yeah.
I was thinking Luke Dash would be the surgeon.
Oh, he's so fragile.
Luke, that's being the surgeon.
You don't have to fight me and my tiny little grippy fingers.
Demi Epperskirt, what would you like to do?
I don't care.
Okay.
I am not strong with any weapons.
I'll take
I can
I feel
tell
like
you that.
maybe, Hypes, do you want to be the gun guy? Since you're like,
Navigator.
you would be the navigator?
Yeah, because I can read the weather pretty well because I'm pretty high with nature, and also I have Nakama with me. Who can
It is
probably
pretty high with nature, dude. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, I'm fucking nature to its fucking core, bro. I got a goddamn meteorologist and Doppler radar built right here. Oh shit, punch my phone.
All right. I'll be canon person. I guess.
Okay,
I
so
assume
then,
there's some checks with these, Mike. Do we have any idea what those are?
As you guys have assumed your position, putting yourselves where you think you are the most proficient.
I was like, I feel like I don't know. I'm scared. Why am I so scared?
The ship begins to float out.
Does that make me shipwright? Are you
Yeah.
quartermaster?
Yeah, I think so.
Lugash is everything if he rages, so.
I gotta
Yeah.
I can fly.
Wait, who's cannoner?
I am the
Blue
cannon.
dash.
That makes sense. Okay.
It
Yeah,
does not
dude, we
make
can carry big balls.
So Demi is the shipwright,
Put
Lugash is
them in
the
hole.
cannoner, Hypes is the navigator, Fen is the surgeon, Brood is the quartermaster.
You can obviously move around if you need to. You know, if someone's like, "Hey, I think you should stop being captain," you maroon them and freaking take over the ship, right?
Yeah, we do a mutiny.
I'll
Yeah,
send
well, actually, I'm nominating Grungus as captain.
His spirit just floats down.
Yeah, he was just on the ship somehow.
Take off the mask. It's Grungus. This one's
A tier runs to the captain's chairs, but the chair turns around and Grungus is in it already. Finally, you guys have come.
I've been waiting for you for 2 years.
Right.
Bag of flour on his lap.
All right, so as the ship begins to leave its bay, and the doors at the top of this hill open up, a tier. Your first time at the helm, I need you to make a dexterity check to safely fly the ship out of its harbor.
Oh, dude, maybe I should have been the captain.
14.
14. You come very close to the edge a couple times, but you do make it out.
Wait.
And you turn and begin to fly it over the town of Harnsey as Garrick is just scribbling on his notepad about the ship flying. What is your plan, Captain in control of the ship? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Where were we going?
Who's our captain?
Atir is your captain.
I was like, God damn it! I thought it was Luke Dash. I'm like, he doesn't even know where we're going.
So we can go to Bellano or Dalhurst or Sherfield. I'm gonna ask the crew, where do you guys want to go first?
I say we all roll and just let God decide. You know what I mean?
Go for it. Rock, paper, scissors. Glorified
No,
rock, paper, scissors.
We gotta do that,
You
we
know,
gotta
like,
seize the war
I
or
can't
whatever.
find my
Whatever that shit we gotta do for Tenebris, no?
fifth. Learn.
Well,
learn.
I know we were trying to get
I need that.
somewhere.
How do I get my cantrip? I
There
can't
was
find
two.
them.
Wait, there was two
I
places.
need another
Yeah.
one. I can't find where they
So
are.
one is Dalhurst Forest, and the other is Sherfield Castle.
I see those.
You have to pick which one do you
want to
learn.
I already know these.
That's spells.
That's just an
Are
extra.
these places gonna have somewhere we can park the ship and get back on it after?
What?
I mean, there are harbors in some of the towns. I don't know if your character has ever been to Dalhurst Fortress or Sherfield Castle.
Yeah, I guess let's just go to whichever one's farther.
So if we go to Dahlhurst, we can stop at East Matlock and get people that already work for the family to be on this ship.
Yeah, I'm there forever.
Sound good? We go to Dahlhurst first.
Dolphhurst.
Wait,
Should
wasn't there
I
something?
not
Don't
have
everybody
my
speak at
fat
once.
on right now? Or should
Just
I?
throwing this out there.
Just take
Wasn't
a
there
long rest.
something going on with the Sherfield was invading the north, right? Through Stratham or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the whole point in talking to them.
Yes, they're fighting, and we want them to
They're
stop.
like,
What were
right,
you?
they're
Do you?
moving.
Who remembers what you were tasked
We-
to do by
because
Tenebris?
we have to get Dean Dahlhurst and Alton Sherfield to negotiate with Tenebris and Harnsey. That's what we have to do.
But you
So
gave
they're
us
fighting.
that knowledge that King Sherfield, Alton Sherfield was attacking, but our characters don't know. We know, but they don't know.
No, you guys know that.
We did know
Yeah.
that?
You guys talked to fucking
Sayuga
Sayua about it, and then you murdered her.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
No one knows except us and the great Lord above.
That was amazing.
And Tenebris.
It's me. And Tenebris, because you told him.
20
Yeah.
they saw.
And the other chick. No way.
So maybe we
No
should
picture, no proof.
head south and go to Sherfield.
So we're going
Head
to
that direction.
Sherfield?
Yeah.
Where's
Saying?
Sherfield
We're going to
Castle.
Dalhurst.
Oh, okay.
We're going to Dollars.
We got to go to Dalhurst.
We gotta go down there.
Photo.
Let's go
Dalhurst is
down.
peaceful. Let's start with the peaceful people and not the invading people.
I think they're both probably invading people, and it's everybody's mean here. So yeah, we can go to Dahlhurst.
Ship towards East Matlock.
Hey, that's not Dahlhurst.
It's in the direction.
Okay, so you're trying to fly to
We're
East
here.
Matlock.
East Matlock, Dollars. It's in the direction.
But wait, we're on a fucking boat.
Yeah.
You're on an airboat. Yes, you are on a actual physical, like, galleon frigate-sized boat floating in the sky.
Yeah. Some would say, are we Bowser?
Do you have a white suit on with a top hat?
Yes.
Then you are Bowser.
I would like to hope I would, or at least I would be aspiring to.
Okay.
And then turning and heading towards East Matlock. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Navigator.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pee.
Fucking crippled.
Navigator.
Navigator.
I throw a rocket with Hype's head.
I said, I'm sorry. I was watching the last Avatar to remember how the winds work. Anyway, what do you need me to do? I'm smelling the air.
You are navigating from Harnsey to East Matlock from a position that you are unfamiliar with up in the sky, as you have not yet transformed into a bird but once. Please make an intelligence check
Oh, what the fuck?
to help aid in navigation as you journey towards, you try and lead a tier towards East Matlock.
Is it a saving throw or a check?
The check.
Oh,
It's
so
check.
intelligence, that would just be rolling the +2 rather than my +6 on the saving throw, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure, 14.
14. It takes you a minute to kind of get your bearings of which way is north, having not seen Harnsey from above. But you very quickly kind of gather where you at, and you can almost see the outline of Calamrock Castle way out in the distance as your ship begins to fly, and you very carefully aid a tier in navigating to East Matlock with the very conveniently placed map that is on the ship. Garrick is continuing to scribble away. He has abandoned being on the deck and has gone down into the captain's quarters to take notes and write. I need somebody to roll a d20, please.
I'm on it. Also, for flair, I'd like to turn into a bird, aka actually a parrot specifically, and I'd like to land on William's shoulders, who's guiding the boat.
I don't know who William is.
I'm sorry, a deer.
Who are these people?
So yeah, I turn into a parrot.
Can you talk or do you just squawk?
I talk.
You sure?
Yeah, parrots talk.
No, I mean like, can you?
I talk, but like a parrot.
It sounds like you're talking, but I don't hear you talking like a parrot.
I'm wondering if you keep the characteristics
Yes.
of being able to physically talk, or if you turn into a squawking parrot.
Yeah, and I
With
would
your
just like to hear
ability,
you.
per the rules of the game,
You know what?
Brandon.
I'm a parrot that speaks fluent in not just English.
I would like to maybe hear an impression.
Please navigate for us.
Start heading west. Start heading west.
Much
Okay.
clearer.
Yep, that sounds way better. Yes. Now I understand.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
All right, roll your d20. Give me a number here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
11.
11.
Whoopsie.
The winds are fairly helpful to you. You're not sailing directly into them, but you're not sailing directly with them. It takes you the better part of a day to get there. You don't want to drop all sails and go as fast as you can quite yet with an inexperienced captain and crew. But you do notice, as you are kind of keeping tabs of where everything is and where the ship's going in your parrot form, flying up, kind of getting a better look at where things are. You do notice two very large, dark, bird-like figures way out in the horizon, about as far as you could possibly see. You take
Looks like
note
a
of them,
parrot.
but you don't fly off to go and investigate them. And then you come back down, and your ship arrives, or begins to come near, and approach East Matlock. As some of you crew members begin to pull the sails up to slow the ship down. What is your plan, Atir, for landing this?
Take it easy. Slow landing.
Yep. I'm gonna try to slow this ship down.
Okay, and what? Remember, Harnsey is this small, very rural, rustic town surrounded by a bunch of farm fields.
You mean East Matlock?
That's what I meant. Yes, East Matlock. Sorry, you just left Harnsey.
Yeah.
Is this very small, rustic town surrounded by farmland.
I'm
You are
gonna
on a
land-
boat.
and we're gonna land in the farmland where there's plenty of space next to the town.
I will give you
I'm-
one last chance as I describe. You are in a boat.
Mutiny.
Land in the water.
No landing gear. Where's the water, dude?
Oh,
Yeah, what are you saying? You're just gonna land it in the field and crash it? We won't be
it's a
able to
fucking
get it.
magical boat.
Is there water nearby?
No, you are on a boat.
Okay, so
All right, so we're gonna have to go south.
wait.
We're gonna have to keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We have to.
or
Thank God. You gave him another chance. Thank God.
I mean, if I took a boat and landed it,
Thank God you gave
it's
him
just gonna
another
fall
chance.
over. It's a
He
boat.
wasn't there to repairs, all right? We would have been fine.
You're making a mistake. You're making a mistake.
That parrot just said soft, easy landing.
I'm like, this crap, and I'm like, we're screwed. Hold up. Go west. Go west.
Yep.
Maybe this is a
That
bad
was rough.
choice.
Ow. My shoulders and neck, that is not a good motion.
All right. Are we flying at a level where they would be able to hear us?
How high up
If
are
we
you
were-
flying?
What?
You control the ship. How high up are you flying?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring it lower to the ground to where I can tell Nalaway we're gonna land over there in the ocean to where that fucking
Just drop
where
a
that thing is.
pigeon with the parrot. Pigeon
Why
with
are
the
we
parrot.
here?
Yeah, you tell the druid down.
Yeah, what do you need? What do
We
you
go dollars, man. I don't know.
That we need people.
I have a question.
Oh.
And
I have a question. Why are we stopping in East Matlock and not going to Dalhurst?
because we need more of a crew. It's just 6 of us on this whole ship.
There's only
Okay.
6 positions.
No, that's
There's
fine.
there's 6 chairs. Yeah, there's only
You
6
need
chairs.
at least 6 people to man the ship and run it. Anything
Okay.
more, and you can more efficiently run it, right? You have more deckhands moving around and moving cargo, reloading weapons and
Yep,
stuff.
yeah, we
So
need.
he's saying we need to show up with an
No,
army.
That costs money.
Well, yeah, that's why we're going to East Matlock.
Intimidate another army.
So flying
have a bunch of slaves on this ship. It's gonna be wonderful.
We call them homegrown.
It's gonna be wonderful. Plenty of slaves.
For flare purposes, your parrot now has this yellow tuft of hair that just sticks up and flaps in the wind sideways. It's very thin and straw-like.
Let's see if I can get like a Trump blow over here.
so
It's gonna be wonderful. Some say that that's the strongest slave on the flying ship.
Yeah.
Going to hell.
I need a Donald Trump parrot now. It's incredible.
That'd be a great soundboard. That'd be a great soundboard.
Parody.
Donald Parrot. Did I hear fetish in there for some reason? Oh, she said fetish. Donald Parrot fetish. Trump Parrot.
This guy is speaking.
Parody was not a good one for tonight, but here we are.
That's probably where I heard it.
I hope you're ready.
Anyway,
so
yeah, do you want me to just fly down there? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
What?
So
That's what you look like, Brandon. That's your parrot.
I'll do it. That's me right now. As a bird.
Pipes, will you fly?
You're gonna be terrified seeing that bird fly down there.
Can you fly down and tell Norway we're going to land this ship directly west of here, and we need some people.
I'm looking at him the whole time, going like this as a bird. And I go, all right, sounds wonderful. We'll go. Go ahead. Start flying. I'm not doing the next shit. Kind of hurts right now. So I'm just gonna.
You do shit, I'll do the next shit.
No, I just gotta go like this, man. So I'm just gonna fly down there. Oh wait, you know how Donald Trump. That's how they're doing it. So I fly my way down there. Where would Nalawe be? I'm assuming like sitting in her throne room, right?
That middle tower.
Oh yeah. So I fly towards that middle tower. I look for a open window. While going through looking for Nalawe. No. Yeah, you know.
She is, as you fly by, she is sitting. She's sitting at the top of the tower at a desk with 3 guards in the room with her. You do not see an open window. Well, make a perception check with disadvantage because you're a bird.
When I have advantage because I got bird's eye view. You know what I'm
Nope,
saying?
with disadvantage.
Somebody who's worked with birds, I feel like that should be an advantage.
Just-
You have great eyesight.
Hold on.
Hold on.
But you're
You're
a
looking
Trump
for
bird.
windows.
Yeah, but windows in this era.
You're looking for windows, so roll with disadvantage.
Dude, this god sucks. What am I doing?
You're checking for windows and rolling perception with disadvantage. As the parrot, not as you.
Oh, that's not good. $20.
As the parrot?
Oh wait. So do I have to look up?
Yes,
like,
you have to look
bird?
up the parrot's stat block. That's why you have access to the bird stat blocks.
Sorry, I fucked. I fucked up.
Noob.
I was rolling a bunch on my.
I spent
actual-
hours setting this up for you so you could easily get to all your
did.
shape shifts.
I did. Yeah, no, you did.
Mike, give him a break. It's only been almost 3 years.
I
Okay.
know. I know.
And two. All right. Trying to figure out how I get there because I know it's a different kind of thing, dude.
It's in extras.
Yeah, I'm at the extras, but you have to go into management to like, because all I mean, I guess would an eagle stat be okay?
Find a different bird.
Find a different bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pigeon.
Pigeon would be more along the lines of what we're looking for here. Let me see if I hold on. Let me see if I can find one for you.
I'm looking.
I shouldn't. But think about it.
Hours, Brandon. Hours he spent setting this up. You can't figure it out.
Bird.
Believe me, dude. Like this beast thing's a little different because like you have to like add it to your thing in a different way. Like I have to do it online. What is it?
Bird.
Everything's computer.
I don't know the damn
Good survival without that.
You have a -1 to perception.
A -1 to perception.
Yeah. So roll a d20 with a -1.
Two of them, right?
You got 19
As
then.
disadvantage.
So I got a 20 on one, on that 20,
Bummer.
and then I got a 14. So -1, that'd be 13.
13. As the average bird. You don't see a window.
All that for that. I'm like,
It's not
So
that
I
you don't see
a
any
window,
open. You
or do I
don't.
not see an open window?
You don't see any windows.
No windows.
Nope.
But I know she's at the top.
Yes.
Is there a chimney to go down?
Remember Fen climbed up on top of the railing? Was it Fen up there?
I'd like to go. Is there? I mean, I could just go to the front door. So I'd like to go ahead and just.
Well, I just look, I go, no windows. Terrible design.
I just fly down there, and I go ahead and turn back into a freaking dwarf because I'm sick of doing that.
Right in front of the 2 guards.
I mean, I land in probably like the courtyard and go ahead and turn into it. I mean, they probably know who we are, right?
All right, so
Right on.
I just want to make sure that I'm clear with this.
Let
You
me
are
know.
going to fly down in front of the 2 guards who are standing in front of the door as a bird, and then
Yeah.
poof back into your dwarf self.
I mean, yeah, I am the guardian.
Great. As you shape change back, the 2 guards who are standing there, they see this bird. They see this bird fly down. They're like, oh, look at that! And before they can even mutter a sentence, boom! There's a dwarf standing there. They just,
And my face is still kind of puckered.
your hair's all swept to the side from the wind. They immediately take their halberds and point them at you. What the hell?
I immediately tell them, calm down. I'm here for Nalawe. And then I hang on here. There's something I wanted to do.
He's gonna
That's
fuck it
so
up.
fucking quiet.
He's
Hang
gonna
on,
fuck it up.
Nobody's
So
He's gonna fuck it up.
question:
Yep.
I'm in like a courtyard area. Correct?
You are like 10 feet in front of these people, as far as you have described to me.
Well, no, I wasn't saying that. I was like more like in the middle of the courtyard. So I wasn't like getting as closer to the gate.
So you did it in front of a group of people.
I wanted to arrive in exemplary fashion, essentially, right? So if we're in the courtyard area, there's plants.
Uh-huh. Sure. There's some plants at some of the market stalls.
As in, like, there's flowers and stuff, right? Around.
Yeah, there's the tree on the other side of the courtyard.
Just a tree.
There's the one big tree. It's a plaza for like shopping.
I love it. So here we go. I want to land right next to that fucking tree. And I want to, as I land and I turn into a dwarf, I would like to also cast plant growth. And which kind of for flair, because it says 2 possible uses for this spell. It says granting either immediate or long-term benefits. It says all normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point will become thick and overgrown. The creature moving through that area must spend 4 feet of movement every 1 foot moves. Now, I would like to tone down that spell just ever so slightly, right? And I would like to make this tree grow spectacularly, but not to a scary extent. Like, as an arborist, I don't want any dead wood. You know what I mean? I don't want anything falling to hurt the kids. I just want a beautiful, well-grown, almost, can you think of like, but I do want it to be a little epic, right? So like, I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I want people to be amazed, almost like a world tree in WoW, but not like that big. You know what I mean?
It's so big, we have to.
Something that would be epic, but not too damaging. You know, like if it's surrounded by some brick and shit, it kind of shoots that away. Not shoots, but destroys that away. I don't want to take it too far. I gotta watch my vocabulary around you. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like make sure that it's not like gonna kill anybody, but like grow. And I want to stand next to it, and I want to be like, I have come from, what's her name? I have come from the low way. We have message from a tier. And And what kind of tree is this? A cherry blossom tree?
It's a maple tree.
Silver?
Sugar maple. That's a thing,
Sugar
right?
maple. That thick, heavy shit, eh?
Okay, it is a tree. Good. Just making something up.
Yeah.
This guy's talking to the arborist.
It's a very girthy tree. It's very old, too.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been the sentinel. You should have been the arbiter.
No.
This is going to be a beautiful, thick sugar maple. No disease. I've granted eternal life. Actually, I would actually like to actually make this into a, not instantaneous, but wait. Yes, I would like to make it instantaneous.
Okay, so this tree goes from what is like a, it was already like a 3-4 foot round tree. It's already big.
It's almost like out of this world. I want to make it about 9-8.
It becomes the Deku tree.
Yeah.
It grows high enough before any of the branches come, so that all of its branches sprawl out over top of the surrounding buildings. The trunk immediately expands into this gigantic area. The cobblestone ground around starts getting pulled up by this vast root system. And then as you are casting this and presenting yourself, some of the branches grow down into a makeshift throne and carry you all the way directly in front. So there are just trails of branches all the way back to this tree as you are presented on your throne, arms sprawled, calling, I am here to see Nalalwe, to these guards who are watching this tree on the other side of the courtyard grow immediately, and then this tiny little dwarf is presented in this wooden chair in front of them. They just kind of look at you and go, sure, I don't get paid for this, and both of them immediately turn around and go upstairs.
I walk through.
Give you some Lord Farquaad.
Hey, man.
Also, before
Nice,
I walk
hey.
into the castle, I
Got
like to
him.
look at everybody and then just walk.
As
I'm
you are
still
being
wearing my
pushed
fancy
forward,
shit.
as you
Right, you never change.
And you have the pin, the Incrementa pin.
Yeah. So like I'm looking fancy as fuck. I'm fly. You know what I mean?
as you're sitting in your chair absorbing the
I think
will
the
of the
pin
people,
would work.
the chair kind of grows a crown around you and sprouts little tiny trees off of it and little
I
tiny.
might make it thorns. No, never mind that.
No, you get trees.
Sorry.
I like the idea that he did all that.
Rabbity,
And
make
then,
them thorns.
and then the guards actually said, "Oh look, he's got that pin on. Let's let him in."
No, they're just kind of like, I'm not dealing with this, and going to get Nalaway because they don't want to deal with it, is really what it is. So they head up as he's being admired by the crowd, who is, half of them are more inconvenienced by the branches and could care less about what is happening, and the other half are just kind of like dumbfounded as to what this tree thing happened. A couple of them are thinking they're going to die and it's a sign of the apocalypse. They run away screaming. Nalaway comes down, opens the door and looks. She just kind of pokes her head out and goes,
That's all.
"What the fuck is this?"
I go, Nalaway, I grant your beliefs not only shade and nature. I come with a message. We require men to fly like shit. From a tier. And as I'm going like this, I just want some leaves to be falling. You know what I mean?
Yep, okay.
The wind is just like leaves are falling down. And then the wind kind of gently lifts on my, like, I'm not trying to say my
bosom.
Like my pin, like the leaves are wrapping around the pin as I'm just like, you know what I mean? And I quickly snap out of it and go, wonderful castle, could use a couple more windows. And then I just keep continuing.
Isn't he dead?
Hypes may or
Who?
not be schizophrenic.
A tiered. Isn't he?
I'm not too social.
Isn't
It's
he
like,
dead?
Huh?
Isn't a tier dead?
No, we're on a ship. We can't land because it requires water when we land. We didn't think that through. I'm surprised no one saw a flying ship getting real close to you guys. That was us.
Yeah, no,
I gave you a giant tree just in case any other shit like that happens. Branches, protection. Gotta watch out. We got new tech nowadays. Those Boeings, Delta.
Yeah, I thought that was Tenebrus's. Why do you have a ship?
There's
The fact that
He
you
asked
just
us to help him.
the fact that you just muted pretty scary.
what happened?
Hmm,
I'm sorry, what?
Why do you have Tenebrus's ship?
They don't know
It
anything
was a
about
gift.
that. That ship never flew.
It was a gift, huh?
I mean, listen, I'm just a messenger and the navigator of the ship.
Why don't you just
The
park it
tier-
overhead? Why did you fly the ship past?
We cannot know because if we land, then we can kind of conserve our energy, and we
Can't-
need more men to pilot this ship to go to.
Can't you just like hover?
We're going to dollars.
No, that's not how this. It's not how fantasy works.
Yeah.
No way. Right?
This thing's fucking powered by magic. Why didn't you just stop it and hover? Why did you send a bird down and do
Because we
this to
need
my
more-
town square and my tree?
All we're asking for is about how many. I'm thinking in my head. I'm not speaking out loud, but how many?
Hey, make a decision, asshole. Stop consulting your teammates.
I'm thinking like maybe
Going to get his
just
laundry.
about 10 men. I just need about 10 men,
Do
or
you-
women, equal
Men
opportunity.
or women? Both. Maui's a
just
friend to
need-
both.
No,
Service to all.
we'll just take 10 men or women, well suited, capable.
Okay, let's get the children too.
You know, it might be a long voyage. We might need a children. We might. 10 men would be great.
Do you have like a writ or something that tells me that I have to answer to you?
He's wearing his pin, isn't he?
I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
I mean, I thought that would mean something. I'm not gonna lie. And then I immediately would like to make more leaves rustle around, and just be like, I think it's the winds that are changing. Don't you agree? And I just look at her and I give her and I go like that. I give her some finger guns.
Yeah.
I really hope he asked me for persuasion. Hopefully, hit a D20 and get the fuck out of this.
I'm just trying to think why I should listen to you. How do I,
I mean,
know
have
you
I
didn't-
told you I am the guardian of the galaxy? I mean, the guardian. The guardian of the Sentinel.
No,
There's a lot going
no,
on.
Star-Lord, you did not tell me that you were the Guardian of the Galaxy. Yeah, but like, how do I know you didn't just swipe the ship? Do you have a pin on? Like, what? Why would I give you anything? Why would I not just arrest you now?
I'm not talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you.
Has our ship landed yet?
How much? How about I take you to the ship, Nolawe, with 10 men? I'll have you take a look at it for yourself, and you can answer your questions there. I know exactly where we're heading. We had to park out to the west. I will guide you there. I have my dog over there. I'm the guardian of the Sentinel, so I would like to get back to Nakama, my boy.
That doesn't mean shit to me, by the way.
I know it doesn't mean shit to you, but I'm already having separation anxiety. So
Yeah.
I don't want to leave without these 10 men. I would like to convince you some other way. If you got to see for yourself, because I don't have the answer. I'm just the parrot.
Let me just
I gave you a
put
lot
you
of
in my
faith.
shoes, right? Let me just put you in my shoes. I'm up here working, managing this town from my tower, and I see a ship that is owned by my boss come by. And then instead of my boss telling me that he's coming in his ship or sending someone who I personally know to come talk to me, some random dude flies down, makes this tree that has been here for hundreds of years grow into this overgrowth and tacky spectacle, and demands 10 people from me. Like, what would you do if you were in my position?
Well, first off, I would probably thank you for the air protection and the shade for the city. I granted that motherfucking tree eternal life, essentially, right? So, not really too tacky. By the way, Tenebris gave me this robe. So if you got to talk to somebody about fashion, you can talk to your boss. Booyah. Then after that, right? I understand I'm not really demanding as much as we are requesting on behalf of Tenebris, so we can go complete the request that he has given us. We were stopping here in hopes that you would aid us on our journey in order to can I roll history to kind of see?
Does Tenebris know that you have the airship?
Yeah, straight up gave it to us. That is, listen.
Make a deception check.
With advantage because he has no clue. He's deceived himself.
He has deceived himself. He believes this lie is true.
So I have a -1 to deception, so that means I'm really good at telling the truth.
Clearly,
Right?
yeah.
I'm telling the truth, though.
It just means that you're bad at lying. Doesn't mean you're good
12.
at telling the truth. 12. I mean, he does know that you have it, huh? Why didn't he give you like written permission to come in? Why didn't he give you a crew back in Harnsey?
Well, there was a lot going on, and throughout our dinner, he kind of just like, I'm not even lying to you.
ask.
Like, he straight up just like put us on the ship after our dinner. Like, hence I'm still in my robes, and kind of sent us off. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I would love to have you talk to a tier, but we didn't know that we couldn't land because it's like a ship, you know, and there's no water around here. You know,
The thing hovers.
well, yeah. I mean, now that you're saying this, yeah, but I was a parrot at the time, and my brain got a little small. And as soon as Atir, who's the captain of the ship, said something, I got all giddy and just kind of flew down here. That's kind of why I suggested you could go talk to Atir, so you can talk it out. That's why I offered it. That's why I was saying the 10 men to come, because, you know, if, or probably more for your protection on the way back, because I was saying, like, you know, if you came there, you probably would understand the situation and give us the 10 men, and then you could walk back with your other men. You know, that was my goal. And, you know,
It seems like
I
you're
just want to point
panicking
out that
here a little
93
bit.
was not tacky. I thought it was pretty cool. My entrance was pretty epic. You should talk to your people about it. They liked the spectacle. I was swinging on the vines.
She looks over your shoulder at everybody not giving a shit. Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not giving you 10 people, 10 of my prisoners, and hell, if I'm giving you 10 guardsmen to run your ship for you.
I mean,
You could pay me for them.
how much?
10 gold a head.
Perfect. Can I pay them at the ship? Because
No.
I was a bird. I don't got the money.
Sucks to be you. Go fly back with your little flappy
about this?
wings.
How about this? I pull out. Fuck, this might actually work.
You can have them for a week for 10 gold. It's about how
All
much
of them for 10 gold?
No, each person.
Or 10 gold a head.
10 gold a head for a week. That's about what I'm going to lose in the fields.
I present to her one of my copper dragon talons.
What am I going to do with that?
Worth a lot of money.
How much?
Easy in the market, 500 gold.
Great, go sell it and bring me the money.
Where's your market?
Oh, nobody here has 500 gold. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, they'll give me a loan, or I'll give it cheaper.
I don't.
All I need is 100
You
gold.
know, you have this pin
I'm
on
giving you this for 100 gold.
You have this.
It's worth 500.
You have this pin on
The
you.
fucking Pawn Star?
But you don't seem to understand what this town is to the faction that pin represents. Which makes me think that you shouldn't have that pin on you.
Lady, I don't. That was gonna be stupid.
No one. I could see that it was gonna be stupid.
Demi will give you the gold. Come back to the ship.
Did we land out west?
No, we're heading.
Okay. You know what? Yeah.
You could just turn back into a bird and fly back up. And...
I give her the finger and I fucking fly away. I'm just kidding. I don't need the finger.
What happens to your tree as you fly away? Does your crown of your throne just sit there in the square now?
Yeah, I so badly just want to snap my fingers and just watch it fall and crush this city. No, it stays there as a gift.
Okay, so now it's just a giant branch that goes across on the ground, like a root that has grown on top of the
It's
ground.
enough for the children. It becomes a new transport for the city. The vines. They swing around like Tarzan now. You're welcome. Metro. Sorry.
Okay, so you fly back to the ship.
Yeah, I guess. I fly back as the same parrot as I was. Kind of still in my bird, and I go, well, it looks like the negotiations have broken down. I need money. Might be the 17th time I've gone bankrupt.
Well, friend, how much do you need?
I start breaking down crying. No, I'm just kidding. We need, for 10 people, she wants 10G a head for a week. How long are we going to be gone for?
So you need
You know what?
100 G's. 100 gold.
Yeah, but
Because we're going to
here's a
only
question.
pay
Here's
for
a
the week.
question, because I did not mold well with her. I don't think she liked my impressions, or the fact that maybe I put a giant tree in her city. Gave her some shade. Little pessimistic about it, you know? But anyway, what if I turn into a giant fucking eagle and I take you down there and you can go have a chit chat with her because she doesn't even think you're alive. I'm a giant eagle. What are you talking about?
Flying to more.
Oh, I thought you said, okay, sorry.
Can you just freely change into whatever you want? Or is there like a cooldown?
Cool down. I like how you said that.
You're welcome.
It's not a 30-second cooldown.
It is. You know, you just gotta wait.
He doesn't have enough mana for it.
No.
Cooldowns.
He's gotta chill a little. You know.
Maybe I should disguise myself.
I actually have to take a short rest to go become anything again.
Maybe I should
forgot.
disguise
I
myself as
used it to go
Tenebris.
there, and then I had to use another one to go back. I only got 2. So I could take a nap for 4 hours. So let's go. I'm gonna sleep. Just lose the next guy that can navigate. I gotta go sleep for 4 hours, and then the sun gets there and we'll rest. Damn it!
Hey, way to navigate that one.
Dude, he's been saving that since you picked Navigator.
I'm navigating a new idea. I'm navigating a new plan. Okay.
Way to navigate your way through that conversation.
I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, stop fucking muting yourself so that
feeling
we
a
can
little
talk.
left out of
We
the
can talk with the rest of the party.
I didn't mute it. She muted it so fast I twisted my neck and I needed a moment. I'm just kidding on that one. Sorry. That was just for shits and gigs. I tell the rest of the party, I said, by the way, why didn't we just float? She had a good idea. She said, why didn't we just float above the city? But
You know what you could do
another
now?
idea.
We could take the ship back and float above the city instead of sending you back.
Yeah, and
Yeah, let's
we
do
could
that.
land on this giant sugar maple. It's thick wood. We should be able to just rest on it.
Can you roll some branches into like a shape
I don't know
of
that I would
a...
trust that.
You've just
Oh,
made a helicopter pad for our ship.
I could literally here. Let's go there, and I can cast another growth spell, and I can form branches to hold it, and then I can make more branches.
Here we go.
To take
Here
us
we
down.
go. We're using it. Imagine it.
Let's go to Dollhurst.
I am the guardian of the galaxy. Hang on, everyone, listen.
Star-Lord.
Sorry. Anyway, moving on. So you guys, let's. I look at a tier. Hang on, my neck is killing me. We should probably just hover around the city.
Yeah, we're gonna start steering the ship back that way.
Okay, as you turn the ship back around,
Hoist the sails.
Garrett comes out as you begin getting closer to the tree and closer to the tower in the middle of the city. He notices that things are kind of slowing down a whole lot now. He comes out from underneath and comes up to the helm and goes, "Oh, are we stopping?"
Eric was here?
Yeah, I was taking notes on how it's working. We're stopping?
Oh, I thought he was on the helipad watching us take off.
No, I hopped on. Sorry, I know I'm very easy to miss, being so small and everything. It's fine. There's a ladder that we can throw over the side, and you can just kind of crawl down it. It should just kind of stay here if you just leave it.
What
I
if we
literally
cast
say,
it?
"What the fuck?" and I go straight over to my bed and go to sleep.
What if we casted like a water spell to land in?
I'm like, all right.
She probably
so
doesn't want to see me right now.
I leave the helm and I'm like, Garrett, where's this ladder at?
I mean, it's like right here, and he just like lifts a board up off of the floor, and inside is like a rope ladder that's like 100 feet.
Was there a sign that said like ladders?
There's a little like engraved in triangle on the railing, but that's the only notification that you would see to know which board it was.
I wouldn't have guessed that. So
I was trying to be discreet about it, in case of emergencies or in case like the ship gets hijacked by pirates or something. You don't want them to be able to freely navigate all of it.
yeah, that's true. Good thinking.
Yeah, it's right here in the manual, and he turns around and grabs this giant fat tome and slams it down in front of everybody.
Ooh, Demi, you like a good book, huh?
In my
Sure do.
You want to read this?
I start reading that book. I start grabbing the ladder and throwing it down.
I mean, you are the shipwright after all.
I am. You're right. I am gonna. While he does that, I'm gonna sit on the boat and look through the manual.
All right, Demi is reading about all the fun things that happen to Tyr. You are crawling down. Have you stopped the ship first, or did you just abandon? Because it seemed like it wasn't stopped, and you were jumping over the edge to go down the rope.
That's fair.
Blue Dash drops anchor.
You drop anchor.
Yeah. We dropped anchor in
Did the tree catch us or what?
Are you trying to park it in the tree?
No, because Hype's already went to sleep. He said fuck it and went to bed.
Nice.
I
So,
think
I'm gonna like stop it near the tree, but not.
Okay, yeah. You put it about 100 and roll a dexterity check for me. Let's see how close you get it to the ground for this rope.
Oh, sweet. 6.
It's a handicap spot.
You put it as you're stopping, you're like, oh, this is definitely 100 feet. As you have descended the ladder, you realize you are 20 feet off the ground at the bottom of the ladder.
I drop.
You take 1 point of fall damage as you fall 20 feet down. I'm sorry, 2 points.
Hang on.
How do you get back up, Captain?
See, we didn't think that far ahead yet.
But
But he's on the ground.
Reaction to a slow fall.
Okay, so you take
I put on the captain's hat. I'm the captain now.
Brute has put on the captain's hat, and you walk up to Nalalwe, who has gone back up to her tower. So the two guards are down there at the door again.
Look at me.
Yep. So, I leave the ladder and I start walking towards the area.
Before you even get to the guards, one of them has gone inside. By the time you get to the door with the guards, the door has opened and Nalalwe's standing there. Well, I thought you were dead.
Surprise.
What do you want?
I need some people to help run this ship, and I point up at the ship.
Yeah.
Because Kennebec has me on a. Let's see. It's not a. Sorry, hang on.
Give her some proof, brother.
Diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
Yeah. No, Tenebris has me doing some negotiations for him. And I need some people to help run this ship a little bit more efficiently than what we have. So we'll take workers or guards, whatever you can spare.
All right. Well,
Maybe
like
just
I
one-
told the Guardian of the Galaxy, it's 10 gold a head per week. Family's going to be missing out on crops out here, and you should cover that expense if you're going to try and take heads.
10 gold a week for the guards. 10 golds for.
I'm not giving you guards.
Okay, so 10. How about 6 gold per head for workers?
No, I'm not giving you anybody for less than 10. This isn't a negotiation. This is a. I'm willing to do this, knowing Tenebris probably maybe let you have the ship, but this is not. We're not bartering here. You want 10. You want a person that's 10 ahead.
All right, I want to pick them.
No, you will not pick them either. Who do you think you are?
The main character.
Who the fuck do you think you are? I don't have to do anything for you.
He's the captain.
The captain of a ship that my boss allegedly gave you. And now you're demanding I give you people and demanding you get to pick them. You will take 10 people that I give you, or you will leave before I make you leave.
She abandoned.
We will take the
I'll wait
10
for him.
people. Thank you.
Great. Give
When
me-
they're here, I'll get the money for you.
Give me 10 minutes. No, you will hand me the money now, and I will go get your people.
Harsh.
That's a hard.
I pull out 10 platinum pieces and hand them to her.
Thank you. She takes them, she turns around and nods to one of her guards who walks away, and about 10 minutes later comes and brings you what you would expect she would hand you at this point. You've got a dude who's like 85 and can barely stand. You've got a dude with a peg leg and a missing arm, not even like any kind of prosthetic. You've got a couple dudes who are bloodied and battered. You've got like a kid, early teens kind of kid. It's a ragtag group of the worst crew
Thank
that you
God
could
we went to
possibly
this
get.
Small village. Planetary crew.
All right.
There you go. Take them up. Get out of here, and please do not come back. But I expect them back in a week.
Alrighty. I just give her a thumbs up and walk.
We don't need to come back here, do we?
Sure don't.
And she turns around and walks away and leaves you with your 10 people, who are the old guy's like, I'm ready to go, sir.
Okay, hey, you 10 just follow me. We're going up to the ship.
Yeah, okay. And they follow you to the rope that is 20 feet up in the air.
Sweet. That is a fucking good point.
Who went with you?
Just me.
Just you?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Also, pipes. I put the captain hat on.
How
Huh?
high can I jump?
You put the captain hat on, you're like playing with the steering wheel like a kid inside the car while their parents are off getting groceries.
And how
I'm asleep, so I can't really help right now.
where do you see your jumping distance?
Yeah, you gotta.
Your jumping distance is your movement, half of your movement laterally. You cannot jump 20 feet in the air. You can't jump straight up vertically 20 feet.
See, look around and see if there's a branch that you can climb on my tree.
He's evil.
Luke Dash looks over the side.
Okay, Luke Dash, you see Tenebris and 10 people 100 feet away standing, looking up, trying to figure out how they're going to get up on the ship.
Here in 10 people.
That's what I meant.
That's you.
A tier.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Luke Dash, he could just like throw a rope down and just hold it, and just like have everybody else like climb up from there.
Luke Dash. Who's the coordinator?
Or you could get Demi to cast a gigantic spell.
Luke Dash. Get the ship to drop down.
Do I need to do the? Do I need to do
Yes.
the embarks, though?
Hey, dude, sometimes I make things harder than it
You just dropped the ship 20 feet, you guys.
I
can
turned
turn
to
into
the
a
new
bird.
captain.
Everyone
And I
else
say,
did it.
Brood. I turn to the new captain and I go, Brood, can you lower the ship down?
Aye, right away. And I grab a lever that looks. What is it? What do I see?
Roll.
No.
Roll
What do I
a
see?
dexterity check. There's a couple levers on either side of the helm.
What? We're gonna crash on my big tree.
Dexterity check. Hang on. I gotta rabbit. Yeah, let me.
You're cleric.
I gotta take him off my lap. Ugh. Typical. See, he's mad. Dexterity. Going. Uh, 19 plus 6, 25.
You very gingerly pull one of the levers, and the ship begins. You feel the ship underneath you rise a little bit, and you're like, "Oh, that's not right." And you take that same lever and push it the other way as the ship very, very gently falls. As the rope begins to touch the ground, Atir, you yell up to Luke Dash, who yells to you, Brood, to stop, and you ease it back. The very bottom rung of the rope ladder is nestled about an inch off of the ground.
Oh, that's
And you
Very
are
good, Captain. Very good.
hey.
you are
Hey,
able
hey.
to get all 20 people on the rope. Or I'm sorry,
Okay,
all 10
please,
people
sir.
on the rope with a tier. As they are climbing up, they make it to the top.
So, a tier.
I
This
mean,
is the crew you got, huh?
yeah, well, this is all she would give me, unfortunately. So I like reach over and grab that old guy and like pull him over the rail, make sure that he actually makes it.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes, this beats working out in the fields any day. I love the open sea.
He can sleep in your room.
I'm sure there's a crew's quarters around here wherever Garrick is at.
I'm not sleeping near them.
What?
You what?
What is wrong with us? We don't have leprosy.
You people, you're the icon. Oh wait, I'm sleeping. Ignore me. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
All
He's
We'll
dreaming.
hey, we'll get you guys cleaned up and healthier in the next few days. Well, I don't. What time is it for us?
So you woke up, met with Garrick, and then have left. It is still early afternoon.
Sweet.
Long day.
Where to, captains? We're gonna need a heading.
Well,
We're gonna go to. I start walking back towards the helm and like take the captain's hat from Brood. Like,
Hey.
thanks. You did amazing.
How long do you think that all took together? Getting down there for him, getting up, getting all those people up.
Like an
Fine.
hour or two.
You think that? Yeah, I'd like to wake up from my nap. If we're about to, I feel like I'm noticing everyone's, there's rustling on the ship. Fuck.
This
There's
is so
rustling on the
funny.
ship. So I wake up.
He just woke up from an imaginary nap.
With a kink in his neck. Oh,
Damn it,
man.
slip on me. Oh.
Okay, so you guys are heading out now? Beginning your journey, right?
Yep.
Sure.
with our
We're gonna head towards Dalhurst.
Journey is
beefy
rewarding.
fortress.
Is
Okay.
one of our guys Old Man any friends with like Old Man Jenkins?
Well, see. Oh,
Or
well,
like
hold on.
Bobby?
We'll get into that as you're flying. So where you're flying to Dalhurst, there's the town of Cromer and the town of Dale that are on your way. Are you trying to avoid them? Are you trying to just fly over top of them? Do you not give a shit if people see you? Are you flying high, low? Give me some description of how you are trying to get to Dalhurst, please.
We're not flying so high up where we're like trying to be avoided. I guess so. Like, I would say it's more of a show of force of kind of like the family's influence of what we have without being like threatening. But I don't want to. I don't really want to avoid these towns because we might be able to find more crew members there.
But don't they know this is Tenebrus's thing?
How-
Do they think that we're attacking?
How many people are can we fit on the boat? Screw.
Probably about 25, 30-ish, I think. Let me check. There is an actual thing.
Team already.
Who's gonna carry the boat?
David Goggins.
Just see David Goggins running down below this.
Yes, your ship can carry 26 to 50, actually.
Oh, sweet.
So we're understaffed.
Do you have a picture of it?
Severely understaffed.
Not. It's just a boat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a regular. Think like that ship at the very beginning in the Bayview map. Kind of looks like that, but a little bigger, I think. If I remember the size of that first boat.
Do you guys want to stop at Cromer or Dale and see if we can get extra crew?
I say yes.
No.
Are we expecting a fight?
Does anybody know anything about those cities?
I do not.
Me neither.
Dale just sounds like redneck country. I'd like to avoid that. No, I was kidding.
Ben says we risk it for the biscuit.
Fen wants to go, but everyone else says no, and I will just go with the crowd because
I mean, I'm just saying we're on a mission. And I don't know why are we gathering an army.
Well,
I feel like we already have 10 more people than we started with. We might just want to start heading towards East Matlock. Or Dalhurst, yeah.
are we raiding this place?
No, we're just talking to the king there.
Exactly. So we don't want to show up with so much presence that we look threatening. We just want to show up as like messengers.
You think
so
they're
like,
going to be threatened by Old Man Jenkins?
I mean, we got a giant flying ship.
And a teenage boy?
I mean, did you see all the leaves I rustled?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So with that
You almost rustled some jimmies.
I made
in
a
mind,
giant tree.
let's seek to keep us out of arrow range as we fly over Cromer to Dalhurst Fortress.
Okay, so you're gonna fly. Are you gonna try and like fly in between Cromer and Dale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Assuming you're flying between Cromer and Dale, we'll say that you're at like 1,500, 2,000 feet up, high enough to stay away from everything, but still be able to kind of see everything below you. Hypes, I need another navigation check for me,
That's
please.
Intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know where we're going.
How bad?
Uh-oh.
I forgot how to look at a map.
Okay, well, I need to know the number because it determines a bunch of other things that happen.
What if it's like a 1, dude?
Is it a 1?
What?
Wasn't that 1?
It's
I mean, technically 3 if you add the +2, but it's 1. Somebody rage quit, dude. Fuck.
I would have rage quit. Pipes, you, looking at the map, believe that you should be following the tree line and crossing some water. not paying attention to which way the sun is, you do follow the tree line and cross some water. It's only after in the distance you begin seeing some mountains that you realize, as the sun begins to set behind you, that you have gone the wrong way completely. And you are currently over the little lake just to the northwest of the mountains in Stratham before you finally figure out where you have gone wrong.
My bad.
I also need you to roll
Take a
a
wrong turn.
D10.
Danger, danger.
6.
As, hold on, let me make sure I get the right stat block here.
Sugar, we're going down, down in a flying ship. Oopsie daisy, I don't know where we're going.
You said 6?
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin to kind of get everything situated and everything back on the right track, flying over Stratham, you get the ship pointed back in the right direction, and you are beginning to kind of fly back across
I'm not flying the ship.
Well, you get a tier to begin flying back in the right direction after having told him the wrong way.
The tears flying, I'm just like, no, that way, go that way.
Lugdash, you
Present.
are the weapons master, right? The whatever that's actually called, the cannoneer.
Cannoneer.
Just a bunch of idiots, aren't we?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes, I've been practicing vigorously.
I need you. What are you doing? Are you just chilling?
I've been, as we've been flying, I've been doing I've been operating the cannons and just going pum, pum, pum.
Okay. Demi, as the shipwright, what have you been doing?
I have been reading
You've been
this book.
reading the book. Okay.
Yes, the manual.
Brood,
Yes.
what have you been doing as the quartermaster?
I have been checking in with everybody and making sure we're all feeling okay and at our best and just 100% and working at top efficiency.
I need you to make. I hate that answer.
You're in charge of punishments.
I need you to make a charisma check to.
Hey, me?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But you are also responsible for teaching people their roles. So we're going to see how your lessons have been going.
$21.
21. In the couple of hours that you have flown, they're better than you guys were when you first started up until this point. Obviously, hypes his navigation as Exhibit A here. Everybody seems to be doing well and learning. You kind of have everybody's strengths and weaknesses figured out and have kind of begun to sift them into positions that are most efficient for you. Fen,
Yes.
what have you been doing as the surgeon on this trip?
Just going over my spell slots and my components and making sure that.
Make me food. Make me food.
Okay.
Yeah, what have you been
I guess I
cooking?
could be doing that. Also prepping diets.
I'm hungry.
Mother, I crave violence.
Without realizing it, a tier, since you're flying, you're the only one who is going to actually see this change occur. You begin to notice. Hold on, I have to see what it looks like. Somewhere I have a description and I don't remember where it's at. 1 second. You begin to notice the air around you has gotten dark and gray. The clouds are no longer, like, the sun is still up. It's not dark outside, but there's a blackness to everything, almost as if color has been sucked out of the air.
I didn't do it.
Who is it?
I might have done it.
Okay. Do I notice if the color is like, is there a range like we could fly out of it so that we could see?
You can still see, but everything kind of feels as if it's gone gray scale almost. It's noticeably worse to your left to the south than it is to the north to your right.
Oh, so it's all the smoke from the invasion. The castles are burning. Right? Didn't you say that the last time? The Crate Badlands, they were already attacking up into Stratham. Castle Grey Wall has been captured. Point Joy, North Crate, Clovis.
You said it's all gray. Is it smoky? Like, I asked Nakama to see if he smells anything.
I assume smoke. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, I'm just assisting.
You're asking for him to smell if what? What are you asking him to smell? Remember, you're 2,000 feet up in the air.
Yeah, but smoke still holds a strong scent for a dog, don't you know?
So you're trying to see if he can smell smoke.
Anything like fire.
Okay, roll a perception check with advantage, because I believe he gets advantage on checks that involve smell as Nakama.
Correct. So his perception is +9. So I just rolled a d20 +9. With advantage, you said?
Okay. Yeah, I think he gets advantage on smell checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me double check. I rolled a 10. Well, I rolled a 5 +9, but with advantage, I rolled then a 10 +9, so 19. Let me triple check because I don't want to like kind of cheat there.
It doesn't matter. He does not smell fire.
Okay.
I made you go through all these steps. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't smell fire.
He doesn't smell smoke, so we might be good. Let's just fly into it. No, I'm just kidding. Could I, since I'm like a druid and whatnot, all that good jazz, like, am I able to, like, or does Nakama also, because do we sense any, like, wicked storm coming? That's
doesn't,
what I thought.
it doesn't feel like a storm.
Doesn't feel like a storm.
Doesn't feel like the weather's turning.
You don't? I'm sorry, say that again.
It does not feel like the weather is turning. It's not like how it gets where, like, you know how, like, it gets cold, the cloud, even though if the sun's still out, you can feel the weather turning. It doesn't feel like that. It's like you've gone out into, without even realizing it, you're in a black and white movie. It almost feels like looking down at your colorful garments, they are almost devoid of color and are in grayscale.
Huh.
We're in one of those depression commercials, guys. We got to get out of here as soon as possible. Side effects include
suicide thoughts.
I'm gonna start looking for like the closest way to get out of this, because I'm like looking around and I'm trying to figure out why the color is shifting that way if it's not smoke.
Well, do you see any place around us that we could like park near in the water that might
We don't even have to park near the water. We hover. So
we hover?
Now that you have figured out where you are, Hypes, you do recognize being next to the mountain range. You are close to Castle Greywall. That is the closest castle building place to you, town. But that is to your south as you
But we're up in the lake. In the
you guys
right?
are like where the ST is in Stratham.
Yeah. That little lake right there.
Yeah, you're kind of above.
Right.
You're just to the south of that. I would say you're like at the mountains under the T.
Okay. Well,
By the time you recognize you've gone the wrong way, and then Atir, upon beginning to turn the ship around, kind of notices this. What was a gradual transformation, but once he turns around, he kind of sees back out towards where you came from, and he recognizes, oh, there's something's not right here.
if we go south of Tier, we should probably hit Grey Wall. Not too far. We could either hover or we could park near. I mean, you got to recharge the
Batteries?
the boat.
you gotta recharge the magic.
Yeah, don't we?
I don't know how it works.
I mean, we should probably land it.
This is a great question for Demi, who's been reading that book. But I start heading south towards
That's a good question.
Grey Wall.
As we start heading south, I run over to Demi. I don't know where she is, so I just start screaming, Demi! Actually, I turn into the parrot real quick, and I go, Demi? I'm not.
What do you want,
I'm not doing
dumb bird?
it. Anyway, I
Yes.
asked, do we know anything more about these
The crystals.
the crystals? Like, do we have to recharge these? Should we land and like repair? Mark, end of statement.
Question mark.
There
That's
is
a good one.
There is nothing in the manual about the crystals. Garrick was working under assumptions and experimenting still when he had you guys try and throw magic into it to see if you could get it to work.
Wait.
No, there's nothing in here about the crystals. Garrick,
Yeah.
any ideas how these crystals are working?
Is the ship still in the sky?
Yeah. Do we need to do anything to them to get them to keep going? Are they just gonna quit on us? Have you gotten that far in your testing?
Where'd you buy him at?
There's no infinite energy that we know of.
It's magic.
I mean, yeah, but like that doesn't mean magic just.
I think we would just have to cast more spells at them.
That would be my thought.
That's how we got it to start going.
Down, and I want to land it, like bring it closer to the water.
Yeah, I would say like
So
let's
if
park
it
it.
does run out, then we're in water and we're fine.
Yeah, let's park it. See what's going on in the water, and then we'll see what's
Pop the hood.
you know.
I
Pop
think
the
it should be
hood.
fine though. I mean, the crystals are magical crystals too. It's not like they're some crystal that we imbued with properties. They have their own properties.
Could possibly go wrong.
This is the worst that could happen.
I look at a tier and I go, let's just land it in the water.
I'm already bringing it
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay,
I don't
you
know if
are.
we-
Where are you putting it down at? Are you putting it down in the river? Are you putting it down next to Castle Greywall? Are you putting it down in the lake to the north?
Well,
Where are you going?
I'm gonna put it down in that water that's in between
the mountains.
and Castle Greywall.
Okay, you are getting
that-
closer to Castle Greywall, right?
Yeah. Yep.
As you get to about 500 feet or so, hovering over, steadily descending down, getting closer to Castle Greywall, the darkness doesn't seem to go away. In fact, you see over top of Castle Greywall as it begins to come into your view, almost like this like black cloud swirling over the top of it. And the castle itself is devoid of sunlight. As you begin to lower even further, down to about 300, 200 feet, you notice that a little bit of that black swirling cloud that's over top of the castle has broken off and is now beginning to fly towards you.
I stop descending and stop the ship where we're at and hovering it.
Okay.
I quickly, as he's doing this, I'm running to the crew, and I quickly run to Brood, and I say, I bust in wherever he is, and I go, quick, dude, play his boss music, and then I run back.
Brood whips out his loot.
Exactly what I was thinking.
The fly monkeys.
That one's a good one, too. That one's evil.
As this thing is approaching whatever it is, I'm going to yell down to Lube Dash to prepare the weapons.
I prepare them, and I also go, are we in Dowhurst?
I laugh. No, absolutely not. There's a detour, a big one.
I go, my bad.
On accident.
My finger was going that way. Should have gone that way.
Oh, you said east. I thought you said
West. Basically.
As this black mass gets closer, this black cloud gets closer, it begins to transform from this blob into a more sporadic, separated, particle-looking thing. And as it approaches even closer, you notice it's not one thing, but it is many little things.
They're flying monkeys.
Individually flying towards you.
Quick, Star-Lord, what do we do? I've seen this in one of your movies.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. I might have a plan.
They are getting closer as they are rapidly approaching.
I shoot. I pull the trigger.
I just tell the crew, I'm like, hey, open fire.
You shoot a cannon at this mass.
Yes.
Roll a... Hold on, there's a thing for shooting.
And that's right there. That's why I made you cannoner.
Roll a...
Get this man on the trigger. Blue Dash has got the fastest trigger finger in the West.
Luke Dash, he shot the castle. Why are you aiming that way?
Yeah.
Luke Dash, roll a strength. Roll an attack.
An attack or
Roll an attack.
An attack with what?
With your proficiency. It's a D20 plus your proficiency modifier plus just your proficiency modifier.
Let me see your proficiency modifier.
Can I cast Spirit Guardians on the ship?
Sure, what do Spirit Guardians do?
You call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
You want to do that around the ship. Sure. You know what? I'll allow it.
Sweet. Damn, I keep pressing buttons. All right, so my first roll was a 17. My proficiency was a +3.
So 20. You launch a cannonball off.
I don't have nothing in this situation. I could throw my axe, or I could throw a fireball.
It looks like it might have hit something, but the whole mass is still coming towards you.
Guys, I hit it. We're good.
It's a bunch of really little things.
We don't know. It's getting closer.
Are they close together?
We do know.
They are
He just
spread
described
out.
These people are spread out.
How spread out?
They're like bees.
Not that small. You
They
can.
look that.
They look like birds of some sort.
Like more than 20 feet apart?
The whole group of them?
Sure.
Yeah, the whole group of them is like 100-foot bubble
I don't
flying
like that.
towards you.
Okay.
Lugash, you shoot and it goes right through the middle of one of them, and there's a temporary hole which is then filled in with the rest.
Can I also cast Shatter?
Sure. What does Shatter do?
A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range, which is 60 feet.
Okay.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. And then they take thunder damage on a failed save.
They all save. So they take half damage, right?
Yeah, half as much damage on a successful one.
Alright, roll some damage. As they begin encroaching. You are doing this as they get to 60 feet away, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Is going to be 17, so half of that.
Okay, let me find...
8 or 9, depending on how you're rounding. Of thunder damage.
Yeah, hold on, I have to...
Round up. It's not like I'm on camera.
Yeah, nobody will notice. Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's
gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
Okay, I need to grab... Okay, so upon casting whatever it is you casted again, Shatter, you see a hole erupt in the middle of this mass, and a bunch of them fall down to the ground. As they get... What was it that you were doing, Hypes? No, you weren't doing anything. Somebody else was doing something while I was doing the math here. No?
Nope, we were just talking shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just talking.
I'm just still trying to play boss music.
As this mass gets closer, and they are about 60 feet out, having been shattered, you notice it is a swarm of bats.
A swarm of bats?
A swarm of bats.
Freaking bats.
Oh god, it's
Suck.
I love
Cast an anti-bat spell. Somebody called Batman.
Do they take damage from spiritual guardians, or do they just slowed?
I think it's damage. Yes. They have to make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, they take radiant damage. And on a successful save, they take half as much damage.
Okay, as the first half of them... How long does it last for?
10 minutes?
As the first half of them cross the barrier for spiritual guardian, they immediately get vaporized and like burn up and then fall down to the ground. One of them does land on the deck, but the rest of them fall, and the other half of the pack that is left begins circling around trying to find the weakness of this spiritual guardian. Every once in a while, one will fly in almost like a buzz zapper and fall down.
Yeah. Can I go inspect the one that fell on the deck of the ship?
Absolutely. Roll a nature check.
Nature check, hold please.
Or animal handling to understand the animal. It doesn't really matter. One of the two should be the same.
Nature.
How many?
17.
17. You look at this, and this does not look like a normal bat to you. And upon checking its wings and its feet, you open its mouth, and it's got more teeth than you expected. Sharper incisors than you expected. This is not a normal bat.
It might have corona.
This is not a normal bat that you have encountered before, Fen.
Wuhan. Sorry.
Guys, Heights, have you ever seen a bat like this? I think this one has extra teeth.
It's Batman.
I turn into
What a great.
oh my god, what is that?
Luke Dash uses his cloak of many fashions to look like Batman.
with the cowl as well on top.
Also, the bats listen to you.
I have beast sense. Are they beast? But no.
They are beasts.
While they're dealing with this, I would like to light a torch and hold it up like the Croods movie.
Oh,
Okay.
The Broods movie.
Yeah.
You have lit a torch on a wooden ship and are providing yourself with a little bit of light.
Perfect.
So could I inspect the bat and just see
Hey,
like
it's like the
what
Croods
is it,
movie.
or would it like would that be like something like nature, or would that be like a history thing for me?
What are you trying to decipher of the bat, knowing that
What is this thing? Is what
Ben
I'm saying.
has given you some information about it? What it is, you are trying to decipher what it is. Make a... For you, it would be a history check.
I was born in the darkness.
20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
30-20.
30, 20, thank you.
You remember your mom when you were a kid telling you stories, more fairy tales than real life, but describing something very eerily similar to what you're looking at here.
I tell the rest of the crew that this seems like, from what I remember, this
Might be a tale me mother used to tell me when I was a wee little lad. I'm a man of many accents.
Sean Connery being the most important one.
Ah, yeah, she's okay to slap a woman every once in a while. Sorry.
I slap Hypes and I say, "What was it? What was the story?"
I look at him, I go, I'm like, settle down. Everyone gather around. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't tell me much about that. Like, was it
It
like
was stories about vampires and werewolves
Okay.
that you thought were
Oh.
always just fairy tales, but these are exactly what she described to you when you were a kid.
So I gather around, I get around the bat, and I go, look right here. As you can see, the incisors on these teeth.
I lean in. I go, "All right, yeah, I see it."
Yeah.
It's what I thought was a mythical beast, but it seems like we've uncovered a possible vampire.
Oh, Tia, did you see what he's saying?
Yeah. And then
As you say
basically, I
this,
Yeah. Okay.
As you're saying this, you see one of them floating above you, directly above, changes into a person and drops down.
And I immediately go like Chris Farley and go, I knew it.
Through the spiritual guardian.
I'm a man of many faces.
What was? I need you to roll damage for spiritual guardian for me, please.
19.
19. I need to do calculator because I don't have this set up yet because you weren't supposed to go here. And they land through the spiritual guardian with the other bats still floating around. They get up, they whip their cloak off, they bare their fangs, and they say, I think it's dinner time. And we're going to stop there because I need to make a battle map now.
Sweet.
That'd be sweet if it was like.
I have to make a battle map.
Oh no.
Yes.
This time play a little BRD and WoW. I'm saying. Let's see.
Nice.